Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a little boy named Linc. Linc was a happy and energetic 6-year-old who loved playing soccer with his friends. One day, Linc's soccer coach announced that there would be a final soccer match at the end of the season, and the whole town would come to watch. This made Linc very excited, but also a little nervous. Linc had a best friend named Oscar, who was also on his soccer team. Together, they would practice their soccer skills every day after school. They both wanted to be the best soccer players they could be, but there was one problem. Diego, another boy on their team, was very good at scoring goals, and Linc and Oscar were not as good as him. Every day, Linc and Oscar would watch Diego score goal after goal during practice. They admired his skill, but they also felt a little jealous. They wanted to be just as good as Diego, but they didn't know how. One afternoon, after another practice where Diego had scored most of the goals, Linc and Oscar decided to ask him for advice. They approached Diego and said, "Hey Diego, you're really good at scoring goals. How do you do it?" Diego smiled and replied, "Thanks, guys. I practice a lot, and I also watch videos of professional soccer players to learn their techniques. If you want to get better, you should do the same." Linc and Oscar thanked Diego for his advice and decided to follow it. They started to practice even harder than before, and they also began watching videos of famous soccer players, trying to learn their moves and techniques. As the big final match approached, Linc and Oscar could feel themselves getting better at soccer. They were scoring more goals during practice, and their teammates were noticing their improvement. Even Diego complimented them on their progress. On the day of the final match, the whole town gathered to watch the game. Linc and Oscar were both excited and nervous, but they knew that they had worked hard to prepare for this moment. The game began, and it was a close match. Both teams played their best, and the score was tied at 2-2. Diego had scored both goals for their team, but Linc and Oscar were playing well too, passing the ball and defending against the other team's attacks. As the game continued, Linc and Oscar found themselves getting tired. They had been working so hard to improve their skills, but they were starting to feel the pressure of the big game. They looked at each other and knew that they needed to keep going, even if it was difficult. Just then, the other team scored another goal, making the score 3-2. Linc and Oscar's team was now behind, and there were only a few minutes left in the game. The crowd was getting louder, and the pressure was mounting. Linc looked at Oscar and said, "We've come so far. We can't give up now. We have to keep trying our best." Oscar nodded, and they both took a deep breath. They knew that they had to give it their all, no matter how tired they were. As the clock ticked down, Diego passed the ball to Linc, who dribbled it down the field. He saw Oscar in the perfect position to score a goal, and he passed the ball to him. Oscar took a shot, and the ball soared through the air, heading straight for the goal. The crowd held their breath, and time seemed to slow down. The ball hit the back of the net, and the crowd erupted in cheers. Linc and Oscar had scored the tying goal, and the game was now 3-3. With only a few seconds left in the game, both teams knew that the next goal would be the winning one. They played their hardest, trying to score that final goal. Suddenly, Linc saw an opportunity. He stole the ball from the other team and raced down the field. As he approached the goal, he saw Diego in the perfect position to score. Linc passed the ball to Diego, who took a powerful shot. Once again, the crowd held their breath as the ball flew through the air. It hit the back of the net, and the crowd went wild. Linc, Oscar, and Diego's team had won the final match, thanks to their teamwork and perseverance. After the game, Linc, Oscar, and Diego hugged each other, celebrating their victory. They knew that they had all worked hard to get better at soccer, and their hard work had paid off. That night, as Linc lay in bed, he thought about the final match and the lessons he had learned. He realized that by working hard and never giving up, even when things were tough, he could achieve anything. And from that day on, Linc, Oscar, and Diego continued to practice and play soccer together, always remembering the importance of perseverance and teamwork. They knew that no matter what challenges they faced, they could overcome them if they worked hard and believed in themselves. The end.